ability to equip ourselves to do that, we have an annual pledge campaign. We're not afraid to talk about financial resources and financial needs here at our church. We don't believe that money is a bad word. And so once a year we have a pledge campaign when we encourage folks to look at their giving financially and their giving of their time. And if you hopefully got one of our pledge campaigns in the mail this week, if you didn't, in the pew pockets in front of you, there are these pledge campaigns, and if you grab one, then literally you will have the future in your hands. That's the theme of the pledge campaign. It's in your hands, the future of our church. And so we're encouraging you to show your support, to show your enthusiasm for the future of our church, and to make sure that for the next year as we go through a transition, that we're not looking over our shoulder all the time around financial resources, but that we take care of things now. And if we can do it through the pledge campaign, then we can breathe the rest of the year. And so what we're encouraging you to do is a number of things. First of all, we're looking for new volunteers. And we're hoping for 40 new volunteers, either people who have not volunteered in the past, or some of you who already volunteer, but you'd be willing to take on an extra responsibility on Sundays when you're here in worship. And so adding being an usher or setting up the altar or being a communion server, etc. So we're looking for 40 new volunteer opportunities. And as of last Sunday, we're 15% of our way there. Also, we're looking for 30 new pledges. And those are people who've never pledged before to make a financial pledge. And we're 13% of our way for that. And the third area is we're looking to increase our giving by $60,000 for the year. Now, for a $1.3 million budget, that's not a lot. But it would cover our what we think are inflationary needs, which are about $40,000, just to cover inflation for heat, lights, and insurance. It covers about $10,000 for any pledges that people, for some reason, can't fulfill during the year. And then it gives us $20,000 to do something new in a budget of 1.3. Not a lot at all. And so we need to increase our giving, and so that'll be some of you pledging for the very first time, others of us who are able to increase our pledge, and so we're looking folks to do that, and we're about 15%. So after 1 of 4 weeks, we're about 15%, and those of you who do math will realize that's behind. That's not 25% a week for 4 weeks to reach our goal. So we really need folks who haven't yet pledged to do so as quickly as possible. The little thermometers on the side will give you an indication of how we're doing. And each week we'll let you know, but this is your chance to show your enthusiasm, to invest in the future of our church. Literally, it's in your hands.